Hello everyone, I'm Elfowls, coach of the Newport Noctowls, and welcome to week number 3 of the PAC Side League. Last time I played in week 2 against Lord XC, coach of the Philadelphia Faint Humps, and I was able to grab the 4-0 victory to bring myself up to 2-0 plus 5 for the season. This week I am up against Superfamousguy and his 0-2 Richmond Riolus. And he's drafted a team here of Palafin, Zapdos, Terra Captain Kingdra, Pelipper, Terra Captain Venomoth, Sarina, Ting-Lu, Skarmory, and Dugtrio. So we're dealing with a pretty dedicated Rain Core up top with some interesting support options. Dugtrio with Weather is always kind of a nice pair up, and I like Sarina on this team too. It's a pretty cool team. I actually really like it. But I do think it's a pretty good matchup for me. It's based on one big factor. Look at Kyurem Freeze Dry into that team. 7 of the 9 Pokemon are weak to it, and the other 2 are neutral and not particularly bulky. That being said, I can't just 6-0 with Kyurem, and there are a lot of offensive threats that give my team a hard time, so let's break down what we need to prep for. Palafin is obviously a huge threat under Rain. I have a Moongus and a couple of water types, but a well-played Palafin is a monster of a Pokemon to deal with. I don't want to let that thing get out of hand, but I do have the switch-ins I just mentioned, and offensively I can definitely exploit Palafin's need to transform into Hero Mode with some breaking power of my own, hopefully early on in the match. The other obvious threat is Rain Zapdos, which kind of obliterates my Regenerator core with Thunder and Hurricane, so we'll have to be able to stand up to that in a pinch. Other than that, I think my opponent's Terra Captains will determine a lot in this match, as far as like they could defensively turn into a type that resists Freeze Dry, which would otherwise looks pretty spammable into their offense. Terra Venomoth especially is, that thing's actually pretty scary, since it can use a type mix-up to start getting Quiver Dances going. There's also Dugtrio, which is worth mentioning since it's a really good disruptor in this matchup. It forces Shed Shell onto a few of my guys, potentially, and it could pick off Kyurem as well, which would be pretty bad for me. So yeah, there are actually a few hiccups that prevent this from being a free win, or anything even close to that. So with all that in mind, let's get right into the build. So I'm going to start off for the 3rd week in a row with Kyurem, who I already mentioned has an insane matchup this week with Freeze Dry. So I'm just going to go with a Boots set. We're not actually running removal this week, spoilers, so we need Boots. And we're just going to have that unresisted Freeze Dry, an Ice Beam for extra power on targets like Ting-Lu, Zapdos, and Sarina. Earth Power is coverage in case either the Terra Captains go Terra Fire or Terra Steel, the 2 good types that resist Freeze Dry. The last slot is mostly going to be filler. Since we don't need any extra coverage, I just went with Roar in case Venomoth thinks it can set up Quiver Dances on me. As for the EVs, we have enough speed to outrun Timid Venomoth, max special attack to make sure those Freeze Dries hurt, and the rest is dumped into HP. That's actually worth noting because Kyurem's natural bulk allows us to survive an Adamant Banded Dugtrio's Stone Edge from full, so it actually cannot trap and beat Kyurem one-on-one. We would need to be chipped down a little bit. Kyurem does still have to worry about getting picked off by Dugtrio from lower health, and it's scared of Swift Swim Kingdra and Close Combat Palafin, so I see this as an early game breaker that thrives off of being in the right position. For that reason, this might just be my lead for the matchup, since it can start clicking Freeze Dry before Palafin can transform, or before Kingdra can come in under Rain. Next up, we have a set that I developed pretty late into the build, but something that I'm pretty excited about. We have Alolan Sandslash, my primary Terra Captain for this matchup. With Adamant Triple Axle and Terra Electric Terra Blast for Bolt Beam coverage, Sandslash is a really hard Pokemon for my opponent to defensively check. The rest of the set is all set up. If we pivot in on the right matchup from a Chilly Reception, Sandslash is free to Swords Dance up and go for a Slush Rush sweep potentially. And Snowscape is there, actually, to set the weather back in our favor if Pelipper comes in to stop a sweep. The idea is that if it pivots in on us to set Rain, it's most likely forced out on the turn after because of the threat of Terra Electric, Terra Blast, and then we can get Snow back up to continue the sweep. If the conditions are right, Sandslash is a real win condition for the endgame. The most important part of the EV spread is the speed, which allows us to outrun modest Scarf Zapdos under Snow. This also makes it very likely that I outspeed most Pelipper sets, since we do speed tie naturally, but I would expect Pelipper to not run all that much speed. It could be a little more defensive in this game. The item I chose is Leftovers, which I added to the set in case I have to tank a weak hit from Pelipper to get Snow back up. Leftovers could chip heal me up, could mean that I stomach some chip damage, and I still keep myself out of range of Palafin's Jet Punch, which could stop a sweep. Next up, with both of our ice types here, I do, of course, need that Slowking to set up that snow. I don't have too much to say about this set. We're max special defense to tank hits from Kingdra, and of course, Chillying Out not only gives us the weather advantage, but it also enables Sandslash as well as Kyurem to an extent. Don't underestimate the power of that ice type defense boost. Scald is actually a pretty threatening move under Rain, and the burn chance means that not much wants to switch into it, and then Psyshock is mostly there so I can get solid damage into Quiver Dance Venomoth. Wackenberry gives us a way to pivot out of Zapdos in an emergency, and Slack Off will round out the set as this Regenerator pivot. Next up, to complete the Regenerator core, got Amoonguss, and this is my physically defensive wall meant to check Palafin, Ting-Lu, Sarina, and Dugtrio. The goal isn't necessarily to outlast them, but instead pivot in and get them chipped down with that Rocky Helmet. Gig Drain is solid damage into the grass weaknesses, Palafin, Ting-Lu, and Dugtrio. Clear Smog hits Sarina as well as any boosting threats, Spore catches other switch-ins, and Endure is weird, but it stalls a turn of Rain in a pinch and, more importantly, forces an extra tick of Rocky Helmet onto specifically Palafin or Sarina if they want to KO me. That's going to be very important for creating a win condition with Iron Valiant, which is booster special attack with agility, and I'm hoping for this to be my late game cleaner. Agility might not even be necessary since the only Pokemon I'm expecting to outspeed me are going to be Dugtrio and Kingdra in Rain, so the agility setup would really just be for those guys. If they're gone, we don't even need to boost up like that, we can just start attacking. Moonblast and Thunderbolt get amazing coverage in the matchup, and with modest booster special attack, we just need a little chip across the board to clean up. The exception is Palafin, which threatens to end my sweep with a rain-boosted Jet Punch, but that's actually why I have Vacuum Wave. I'm hoping I can find a way to chip Palafin down to maybe like 30 to 40% at least before Valiant comes in, so we can hopefully pick it off with priority and keep the sweep going. And if an Iron Valiant sweep isn't in the cards, we can at least preserve it for a boosted Vacuum Wave to help pick off an opposing sweeper. And finally, we're going to have Kingambit. This time we're going all in on special defense this week. And this is my main switch into Zapdos, which doesn't hit us that hard with Thunder. We don't have any like real Zapdos answers. But from there, the switch into Zapdos, I'm hoping to get Rocks up to get chip across the board. Like I said, a couple of our sweepers really want that chip. And even without investment, Kingambit does hit pretty hard in this matchup. Dark is only resisted by Ting-Lu, so Karo Cleave and Sucker Punch threaten most of the team, and we have Low Kick to catch that Ting-Lu. I believe it 3-hit KOs a standard max HP variant. The Terra type is Dark, not that I'm expecting to use it, but it does boost the power of Kowtow and Sucker Punch to pretty threatening levels in a pinch. I'm not sure if this set is going to accomplish too much, especially if Dugtrio shows up, but I needed something that I'm comfortable switching into Zapdos, and this is the best I got. So that's going to do it for the team. Let's just hop right in the battle. Alright, that is Superfamousguy here. So we're looking at a team of, Skarmory, Palafin, Pelipper, Ting-Lu, Kingdra, and Sarina. And my opponent is telling me that that is Terra Ground Kingdra. Very interesting, actually. Oh, good luck, have fun. Alright, so no Venomoth is actually super nice to see. Top 4 of that Rain Core is all here, right? Oh my gosh, no Zapdos, so that Wackenberry is like completely useless. But at least that means Slowking's not too threatened. Amoonguss looks great here, but we are going to lead Kyurem, I think. Worst case here, I think, would be Skarm or Ting-Lu, or Kingdra, because that probably means it could be Scarf. Who knows? Excuse me. But yeah, let's just go with this. Alright. What are you leading with? It's the Palafin lead. Alright. So yeah, very easy freeze dry to start. This is going to be a good start, I think. I don't even think about it. I click freeze dry, right? Flip turn, 205 to 183. 22 points of damage, not banned. At least not adamant banned. and not Jolly Band. Pelipper. Are we for real? Is that just... wait. Oh, yeah, that takes out Pelipper. Okay. Hey, great start, right? Okay, it's the Kingdra that comes out. So, yeah, Slowking is going to be my switch in here. Yeah. Alright, I mean, Slowking comes in, and, I mean, the best we can do is just Specs Draco, right? I would assume. It is going for its Terra. So, I was told it's ground. I don't know what that really does for you, though. At least right here, I'm not sure. Okay. It's a Draco. Alright. 202 to 103 means 99. Which is... oh, hey, that's Life Orb. And Life Orb here... let me see. Life Orb Modest is my guess. $99 points. That's a higher roll for Life Orb Modest. Yep. Easy chili. We just reset everything here. Reset it to snow. Snowed in. Skarm. I'm super tempted to go for my Sand Slash sweep here. Is that overly greedy? Maybe we want this chip down a little bit first. With what though? I mean, Sand Slash could just be here to, like, you know, chip this, right? Let me see. +2 Terra Electric Sand Slash to a Skarm. Defensive Skarmory. I mean, it's never gonna want to KO because it's sturdy, right? I'm gonna try it. Like, why not go for it, right? I think I do go for my Terra. I know I get the defense boost from Ice typing, but I'm also weak to Body Press. Yeah, I want none of that. So we're gonna Terra and Swords Dance. Look at this. Sand Slash, you're so beautiful. Oh yeah. Look at that guy. Okay, Swords Dance up. What does Skarmory do? Body Press. 151 down to 116. 35 points of damage, I think. Oh. I might be miscalculating that, but that doesn't look like max defense in that case. But yeah, I will Terra Blast. Yep, sturdy. I assume, yep, sturdy. Okay, we'll roll one Skarm. Fair enough. We can definitely, you know, grab another chance to sweep later. That's fine. What's being sent in? It is... King Gambit, alright. Sorry, I'm not getting body pressed here. I think I'm gonna go... Okay, so my play is I go Amoonguss to KO with Rocky Helmet on the body press. And then, like, you wouldn't be going for a flying move right now, I don't think. Unless you're really reading these. Oh, it's a Roost. Fair. So we have Roost, Whirlwind, Body Press. Alright, sure. Honestly, could just go Slowking. I don't have too many ways to, like, damage this Skarmory very well. Another Roost from this thing, fair enough. Would love to get rocks up from King Gambit if I can later. Snow stopped, fair. Any problem with just going for a Scald? I don't think so. Nothing wants to take it. The only resists are Serena and Palafin. You go for a Spikes. That's unfortunate because I don't have removal. That should be fine. Great, burn. Means that Sturdy is always broken. Got a bit lucky there, turn 1 burn. Yeah, this works perfectly fine. I'm just gonna Chili out. Spikes go up. Alright. We do need to really threaten this thing out, though. If it's just Body Press, I wonder how much... we have Kyurem and Snow. I mean, Body Press does less than half. My Ice Beam should take you out, based on what I'm seeing here. Sure. I'm actually not quite sure on that. I do outdamage Roost though, so let's just do this. Kyurem's like already done like a lot of breaking, so this is fine. Okay, yeah, it doesn't... Huh. So, are you gonna try to outstall me with Roosts? This is less damage than I was hoping for, so it does look like Spadef Skarmory. I don't mind this, I guess. I mean, until the snow expires, I'm okay with this, I think. Outside of snow, the Body Press. I mean, it does more than half to me, which is unfortunate, right? I guess I don't hate this. I am not outdamaging this, even with Burn, which is crazy. So this has to be like Spadef Skarmory, right? I think it is. I'm really annoyed by this thing though, so I might consider just like, I will stay in until you decide to Body Press me. Oh, you're burned too, oh my gosh. So that Body Press from a burned Skarmory, I didn't even think about that. That's barely gonna do anything. Like a quarter, yeah. I just thought about this. Like he might switch to Palafin. Yeah. At least this is good damage. Yeah, it's, you know, a chunk, about a quarter. But yeah, I have a dedicated check to this. It's flip turn, so I don't know if it will be bulk up. Drain Punch, that's fine. Oh, wait. It's pads. Okay. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna double. Skarmory is such a free switch in, right? Especially burned. Pads with... I guess it could be Punching Glove, actually. But yeah, maybe Punching Glove with Drain Punch flip turn. Okay. Go Slowking. Yeah, that's what I thought. Skarmory's your switch. Could have done a little more aggressive here. and gone right into, like, I don't know, Sand Slash. Unfortunately, I haven't been counting roosts, but I don't care that much. We just chill you out. You can roost up with a spike. Alright. I think I just go U again. And from this range, Freeze Dry does probably 2-hit KO. You're probably just going to stay in and roost. But, you know, might as well show you that I am willing to take the initiative and perhaps hit that Paladin. Oh, Whirlwind. Okay. Well, hopefully this doesn't bring me into King Gambit, because that would suck. Slow King. Alright, fine. Scald. On your roost, probably. Yo. This thing's really stalling me, huh? Another Scald. You have to be running out of them at this point. Like, is that your last one? Maybe the next one's your last one? And, like, I know this thing is stalling me out, but it's going to run out of Roost PP. I'm not really losing much. Especially switching between all these Regenerator mons. Hopefully you're out of Scalds, so that'd be great. Or out of Roosts. Okay, a switch into Scald. Sarina. Could we burn this? That'd be kind of nice. Okay, no. I mean, I just go Amoonguss. Triple Axle me if you want, but that is gonna force a lot of chip onto you. Which is I'm actually looking for. Hello Blizzard. Okay. That Celt's like not gonna tell me anything. Could just go for a Clear Smog. Skarmory could switch in, but I have a feeling you're out of Roosts. I really wish I was counting those. We could also go King Gambit. Is that rocks? Because I don't like all these switches you're making. Because if anything, I think I'm coming in on a triple axle. It could be a U-turn. Let's just make the safe play. Let's stay in Clear Smog. Knock off. Okay. Not going to do all that much. Could be... Okay, I think I could go Kyurem here. Let's try that. Oh, so we draw on the Serena into the Kingdra. We know it's Timid Life Orb, actually. So, let's bring out the handy dandy Calc. Kingdra. I know I got speed. Para Ground. Yeah, Ice Beam should do it. That's your super bulky, but I didn't see that. Cool. Kyurem finally takes out another Pokemon. KOs Kingdra, this time with an Ice Beam. Kyurem, you're doing great, buddy. That is the Palafin. Okay. So we can actually calc based on the initial Palafin. That first flip turn did 222, right? Yeah. So you're probably just max attack. Now in hero mode, yeah, I'm running out of time a little bit. We have Punching Glove. Let's look at Drain Punch and Close Combat. CC could KO me. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Amoonguss. If it's just a Drain Punch though, then... Oh, you're thinking too, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'll be right back. We'll try to reconnect here, whatever we can. Hey guys, so after that disconnect, Superfamousguy and I were talking about potentially recreating this match, but unfortunately, in the end, Super decided to forfeit the match and award the win to me. I do hate to see the match go like that, would have loved to play out the whole thing, but I do understand I was in a pretty strong position. Recreating that also just would have been annoying to do, so totally get it. It sucks that a disconnect happened and the match had to end this way, but hey, it happens, right? So with that said, GG to Super. The part of the match that we did play was really fun. Had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that is going to bring us up to 3-0 for the season. So, you know, I can at least be happy with that. But yeah, I guess in that case, we are just going to move right on to week 4. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching.